Yes, it's a beautiful Friday morning to you listeners out there. And this is your delectable sports program, Sports Diaries. I am Sports Diva. And of course, this morning I will be taking you on an eventful ride through the world of sports, ranging from the latest sports update, expert analysis, and exciting highlights in the sporting arena. So stay tuned. Let's get the sports party started. Yes, beginning from the NNL, where we've got these on Doma United. Doma United have earned promotion to the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL). The Savannah Tigers confirmed their promotion to the top flight following a 2-0 win over Mighty Jets at the Pantami Stadium on Wednesday. Recent reports recall that Doma United were relegated to the Nigerian National League (NNL) in 2023-2024 season. The Gombe-based outfit are the first club to secure promotion to the NPFL this season. They have recorded 26 points from 13 matches in the NNL Conference C. 3 more promotion tickets are still up for grabs. Yes, moving away from the NNL and moving away from that Doma United story and moving to Turkey, as I've got this on the World Cup playoffs. Turkey kept their hopes of the first World Cup appearance since 2002 alive. As Fadi Cagliodu scored a second-half winner in a 1-0 victory over Romania in their playoff semi-finals on Thursday. Vincenzo Mutella, Turkey, will face either Slovakia or Kosovo, who meet later Thursday away from home on Tuesday for the ticket to the expanded 48-team finals in the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Brighton left-back Kadioglu netted the crucial goal in the 53rd minute, and Romania, who last played at the World Cup in 1998, could not find the equalizer in Istanbul despite a late rally. Turkey quarter-finalists at Euro 2024 are bidding to reach the showpiece tournament for the first time since finishing third in South Korea and Japan 24 years ago. Yes, moving on, where I've got this one coming from Osimhen, and this is on the Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen, as he's set to return from injury in time for one of the biggest fixtures in the Turkish club, with Galatasaray reporter Ali Naki Kunkuk confirming the Nigerian will be fit for Istanbul derby against Fenerbahce on the 26th of April. Osimhen has been sidelined since sustaining a hand injury during Galatasaray's UEFA Champions League round of 16 second leg defeat to Liverpool earlier this month. He subsequently underwent surgery at the Maslak Acıbadem Hospital in Istanbul on Monday, where the club confirmed the procedure was successful and that he was discharged shortly after. The 27-year-old is expected to be out for approximately 6 weeks, meaning he will miss several matches in the league and Turkish league. Turkish club, according to Kukuk, Osimhen will not feature in Galatasaray's upcoming matches against Trabzonspor, Göztepe, and Kocaelispor and Gençlerbirliği. But he's targeting a return for the high-stake clash with City rivals Fenerbahce at the Rams Park. Yes, moving away from that, moving away from Victor Osimhen, where I've got these on Paul Onuachu. Nigerian striker Paulo Onuachu has turned down a lucrative offer from Saudi Arabia that would have significantly increased his earnings, opting instead to remain at Trabzonspor despite growing transfer interest. The 31-year-old forward, who joined Turkey Super League side from Southampton last summer, has enjoyed a prolific campaign, scoring 23 goals in 27 appearances to emerge as one of the most sought-after striker in Europe, following Nigerian's third place finish at the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Onuachu went on a remarkable 10-game scoring run before it was outed last week. Picture against Ayubspor, further boosting his market value. According to recent reports, the Nigerian international was presented with a substantial proposal from Saudi Arabian club, which would have seen his wages increase multiple times over. Despite the financial law and mounting interest from abroad, Trabzonspor have taken the firm stance on the striker's future, making it clear they are unwilling to sanction his departure. NTV Sport reported and encouraged Trabzonspor has decided not to sell Onuachu despite interest from Europe, with a contract running until 2028 plus a one-year option. Trabzonspor will retain the striker, effectively closing the transfer chapter on him. Interest in the forward remains strong across multiple leagues, with Photomac reporting that Juventus, Stade Rennais, and Asian Champions League holder Al Ali is monitoring the situation closely. The Turkish athlete noted that while Onuachu may represent a long-term investment due to his age, his physical appearance, and consistent goal-scoring record make him an attractive option. Yes, moving away from Paulo Onuachu, where we've got these on international friendlies, and this is coming from Calvin Bassey, as the Nigerian defender Calvin Bassey has withdrawn from the squad for the upcoming international friendlies against Iran and Jordan due to back injury. The Super Eagles camp opened on Tuesday in Antalya, Turkey, with 15 players arriving initially, while more joined on Wednesday morning, including Captain Wilfred Ndidi, completing the squad. Bassey withdrawal was confirmed following the arrival of the remaining players at the team base at the Belize Deluxe Hotel in Antalya. The team announced tonight Calvin Bassey has withdrawn from the Nigerian national football team squad for the upcoming friendlies against Iran and Jordan due to a back injury. An advanced delegation that departed Nigeria on Monday had already laid the groundwork for a smooth campaign exercise. The group included assistant coaches Daniel Ogumadede and Fidelis Ilechugo, alongside medical staff and kits manager. Providing an update on Tuesday evening, Super Eagles media officer Promise Foge confirmed that 15 players had reported to camp. The early arrivals include midfielder Fisayo Delebashiru and Alexi Bobi, defender Emmanuel Fernandez, Semi Ajayi, Bruno Yemachi, Bato Sai Samuel, as well as forward Moses Simon, Paulo Onuachu, Filippo Tele, Anira So, goalkeeper present, Francis Uzo, and Adebayo Adeleye, and they have also reported earlier, alongside midfielder Franco Nyeka. Yes, more players arrived on Wednesday ahead of the first training session, including goalkeeper Madueke Okoye, defender Zaidu Sanusi, Igor Ogbu, midfielder Rafael Onyedika Ndidi, as well as forwards Ademola Lukman and Samuel Chukwueze, Chidera Ijuke, and Ako Adams. Nigeria will face Iran on Friday, that is today, at 4 p.m. Nigerian time, before taking on Jordan next week, Tuesday, on the 31st of March. With a kickoff set for 8 p.m. Both pictures were moved to Turkey due to security concerns and the ongoing tension in parts of the Middle East, which made the originally planned venue in Amman unsuitable. It will be the team's first gathering since their bronze-winning outing at the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco, while the fixtures coincide with the final phase of the 2026 World Cup playoffs. They are also significant as they mark the beginning of a new phase for the team following their failure to qualify for the tournament in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Head coach Eric Shell has named 23-man squad for the game last week, but notably absentees include Victor Osimhen, Olaino, and Stanley Nwabali. Meanwhile, Shell is in his final year for his initial 2-year contract, with the talks over possible extension ongoing. The coach is reportedly seeking an improved salary of package of $130,000 for his current $50,000, although the Nigerian Football Federation are understood to be considering an offer of $100,000. Yes, moving away from that, moving on. where we've got this coming from Alex Iwobi. Fulham midfielder Alex Iwobi has been nominated for Premier League Player of the Month award for March following a string of influential performances that underlined his growing importance at the Craven Cottage. Often described as one of the most underrated midfielders in the English top flight, Iwobi's nomination reflects a shift in perception after he delivered a consistent display in the deeper role, helping Fulham strengthen their push for European qualification. The 27-year-old featured in all 4 of Fulham's league matches during the month, recording 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat, while contributing a goal. Beyond the numbers, his composure in possession, tactical intelligence, and ability to link play stood out as key components in Fulham's midfield structure. It will be a highlight moment came at the start of March when he scored a superb long-range effort in a win against Tottenham Hotspur, striking the balance with precision using his instep to find the far corner. The goal sets the tone for the month, in which he consistently dictated the tempo and provided balance between defense and attack. However, the race of the award remains highly competitive, as Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes is among the leading contenders, having registered 6 goals involvement in 4 matches, while Newcastle Anthony Gordon impressed with 3 goals in as many appearances. Elsewhere, in Nottingham Forest, Morgan Gibbs-White and Danny Welbeck of Brighton also made strong cases with 3 goals each, while James Garner and Arsenal keeper David Raya contributed significantly to their team's performance during the month. Iwobi, at 29-year-old, is the Nigerian with the most appearances in the EPL, having played 316 games across spells at Arsenal, Everton and Fulham. Yes, moving on, where we've got this on the AFCON drama, and this is coming from Senegal, as Senegal plan to parade the AFCON, the African Cup of Nations trophy, before the game against Peru in Paris on Saturday, with the head of the country Football Federation vowing to crusade against the decision to strip the team of the title. The Lions of Teranga claimed their second AFCON title on the 18th of January, when they beat host Morocco 1-0 after extra time in the final, which ended in chaotic scenes when Senegal players walked off the pitch after their opponents were awarded a stoppage time penalty with the match goalless. But last week, the Confederation of African Football overturned the result, awarding Morocco a 3-0 victory. On Tuesday, the Court of Arbitration for Sport confirmed the receipt of Senegal's appeal against the decision, promising to rule as swiftly as possible. Shortly before making its comment, FSF social media posted a timetable of events around Saturday's friendly at the Stade de France, which included a trophy parade. He said, and I quote, Senegal will not bend to their knees and will not compromise its values. Our fight now transcends the football pitch following the controversial final in Rabat, in which Morocco and Real Madrid forward Brahim Diaz missed a Panenka penalty to win the match in the 114th minute. The Royal Moroccan Football Federation immediately lodged a complaint with CAF and FIFA, claiming that Senegal are leaving the field of play greatly affected the normal course of the match and the players' morale. CAF disciplinary committee initially rejected the appeal, instead issuing sanctions against both sides, including a 5-match ban for Senegal head coach Pep Thiaw on the 29th of January. The FRMF said those original penalties did not reflect the seriousness of the incident, and CAF Appeal Board agreed to release a statement on the 17th of March, which said Senegal has contravened Article 82 and 84 of the competition regulation. Article 82 states that if a team leaves the ground before the regular end of the match without the authorization of the referee, they are eliminated. Yeah, still talking international friendlies. Well, we've got this coming from Turkey. Trabzonspor midfielder Chibuike Onwawu has been called up to replace the injured Calvin Bassey and the Super Eagles squad for the international friendly against Jordan and Iran in Turkey. Onwawu inclusion was announced on Thursday following Bassey's withdrawal on Wednesday. The 22-year-old, who previously featured for the Nigerian Premier Football League champions in Gimba, can also play as centre-back, making him a perfect fit to replace the Fulham defender. The defender, who joined Trabzonspor from Roseburg AC during the January transfer window, has been in excellent form, registering 3 goals and 1 assist in 28 appearances across all competitions since his arrival. His name has been widely mentioned in the local media as the strong candidate for Super Eagles manager Eric Shell's squad for the planned 4-nation invitational tournament. The Super Eagles camp opened on Tuesday in Antalya, Turkey, with 15 players arriving initially, while more joined on Wednesday morning, including Captain Wilfred Ndidi, bringing the number to 22. Nigeria will face Iran today at 4 p.m. Nigerian time before taking on Jordan next Tuesday on the 31st of March, which is set to kick off by 8 p.m. Both fixtures were moved to Turkey due to security concerns and ongoing tensions in part of the Middle East, which made the originally planned venue in Amman unsuitable. Yes, moving away from that and moving to the UCL, where we've got these on UEFA and Benfica, as UEFA have confirmed that Benfica have been hit with a fine and a suspended stadium closure after a racist incident during the Champions League playoffs clash with Real Madrid a few weeks ago. Benfica fans were accused of racist behavior against Los Blancos during the match in Portugal. The Champions League playoffs was overshadowed by severe troubling incidents, mostly notable when Real Madrid Vinicos accused Benfica Gianluca Prestiani of using racist slurs against him. An inquiry followed. The UEFA has now confirmed that Benfica will be sanctioned due to their supporters' conduct, but racist behavior been confirmed. In a statement, UEFA announced and agreed to fine Benfica €40,000 and to order the partial closure of Benfica Stadium. Additionally, UEFA levied a fine of €8,000 against the Portuguese club for the use of laser pointers by the supporters, along with another €25,000 for throwing the object. To conclude, UEFA handed Benfica's assistant coach, Machado, a 1-match suspension. Yes, moving on, where we've got these from Liverpool, as they have identified Bayern Munich winger Michael Olise as a potential replacement for the departing winger Mohamed Salah. Salah will depart Liverpool at the end of the season. The Egyptian international has already announced his decision on Tuesday. However, according to recent reports, Olise is on Liverpool's radar as a replacement for Salah in Anfield. Liverpool will face a tough battle to sign Olise this summer, Bundesliga champions insisting their star player is not for sale. Olise has been impressive since joining Bayern Munich from Crystal Palace 2 years ago. The Francis international helped Vincent Kompany's side to win the Bundesliga title last season. Moving away from that and moving to the 2026 World Cup, as FIFA has informed countries that they will be participating in the 2026 World Cup on when to submit their squad list ahead of the tournament. The final squad list for the World Cup will have 26 players. Each team is allowed to send a provisional list that could contain up to 55 players by May 11th of May. The bigger list is make sure there is room for any injuries, change in performances or last-minute decision. FIFA has, however, said the country are expected to drop 29 players from the initial list by the 30th of May. The final 26 squad will travel to North America for the World Cup. The first feature of the World Cup will be between Mexico and South Africa on the 11th of June. Yes, talking 2026 World Cup. Several games were played across Europe yesterday in a bid to determine which countries clinched the final spot of the 2026 World Cup. Italy defeated Northern Ireland 2-0. Turkey beat Romania 1-0. And Denmark won 4-0 against North Macedonia. Poland fought back to see Albania 2-1. Slovakia and Kosovo played out a 4-3 thriller. Victor Gyökeres scored all 3 goals for Sweden. Will beat Ukraine 3-1. Match result. Some of the results of the matches that were played yesterday. Turkey and Romania. Turkey went home with a stunning victory of 1-0. Czechia went home with a draw of 2-2 against the Republic of Ireland. Denmark went home with a stunning victory of 4-0 against North Macedonia. Italy went home with a stunning victory of 2-0 against Northern Ireland. Poland went home with a stunning victory of 2-1 against Albania. Slovakia went home with a stunning defeat of 3-4 over Kosovo. Ukraine went home with a stunning defeat of 1-3 over Sweden. Wales went home with a draw of 1-1 over Bosnia-Herzegovina and 2-4 on penalties. Still talking matches that were played yesterday. Talking playoff finals that will be played on Tuesday. Bosnia versus Italy, Sweden versus Poland, Kosovo versus Turkey, and finally Czechia versus Denmark. Yes, and with that, we've come to a wrap on today's edition of Sports Diaries. Many thanks to those who made today's program possible. Many thanks to those who are here with me in the studios this morning. Many thanks to you who consistently tune in, listeners who tune in and consistently tune in to listen to Sports Diaries on iPower 102.7 FM. Until next time, I remain your favorite sports diva. Keep loving the game and stay sporting. God bless you. Bye-bye.
7 days a week.
High Power 102.7 FM, the voice that echoes through every home, every heart. From the streets to the studio, will bring you real talk, real music, and real moments. We are not just a station, we are a movement. High Power 102.7 FM, the pride of the people.